battery jack before it's gone.
Guys, such a brand new program that a lot of folks are trying to understand, but I want to give you the basics of it. So if somebody who is caught with 4 ounces or less of marijuana gets pulled over, they have an option, but instead of going to jail, they get this. So the officer basically hands over this note saying that they agree to take a program. They will sign it. That officer will then take this sheet plus the pot and keep it and hand over this note saying that they are agreeing to the program and must take that program within 90 days. We hit the streets of District 1 in Harris County with Deputy Mike Wang. With DA Kim Ogg's new pot policy in full effect, people with 4 ounces of marijuana or less now have options. They can now take a 4-hour course on cognitive decision making instead of going to jail.
It'll give them an opportunity to not have a criminal history behind it.
On day 1 of the policy, Deputy Huang took us through the parts of Spring where they have arrested the most people, anywhere from 1 ounce to a pound of pot.
We would arrest someone for possession of marijuana every day. It'll probably take about at least 2 hours to get them processed and transport them to downtown.
But the district attorney says her program will save the county millions of dollars and free up resources to focus on prosecuting violent crimes. And during yesterday's shootout where 2 HPD officers confronted 2 burglary suspects, Chief Art Acevedo praised our new DA.
I'm glad that Kim Ogg has saying what we need her to focus on. Not the little marijuana that we're getting beat up by some DAs about. This is what I'm talking about. We need to take people that are burglarizing homes.
During our ride-along, we didn't catch anyone with marijuana, but back at the substation, 1 deputy did get someone with this, only 2.5 ounces. But the person with this amount didn't qualify for the program because he led police on a chase. People who do qualify for the program have an option to opt out, and they will sign right here agreeing that they don't want to take part in the program, but then that would mean that person will be taken into jail. Now, coming up at 6:30, we talked to someone over at the district attorney's office, and they spoke to us about what they saw today, just how many people participated in the program, how many people that they found with 4 ounces of marijuana or less. We're going to give you those details when I see you at 6:30. For now, live at 5 in Spring, Mayra Moreno, 13.
Houston defies state law, refuses to arrest people for pot, government furious. Read more at http://thefreethought.com/Houston-pt-col/LT-pot-ft-to-ft-mt-LT-gov-FURIOUS/number sign ZLXCICI0FDYD1WCB.99 on March 1st, Harris County and the City of Houston will take an historic step toward freedom and common sense. District Attorney Kim Ogg is rolling out the misdemeanor marijuana diversion program, effectively decriminalizing low-level possession of cannabis. If a cop catches someone with less than 4 ounces of cannabis, the person can avoid being arrested, ticketed, or having to appear in court by agreeing to take a 4-hour, $150 drug education class. The program will not apply to those on probation, on bond, or in a school zone. Ogg is staying true to her campaign promise of reducing arrests for minor drug offenses, recognizing that throwing people in a cage for possessing a plant is a waste of money. We have spent in excess of $250 million, over $250 million, prosecuting a crime that has produced no tangible evidence of improved public safety, said Ogg when she announced the program on February 16. We have disqualified, unnecessarily, thousands of people from greater job, housing, and educational opportunities by giving them a criminal record for what is, in effect, a minor law violation. Harris County has spent $26 million every year prosecuting about 10,000 misdemeanor marijuana cases, according to local news ABC 13. $1.7 million is spent testing evidence, $13 million is spent housing marijuana offenders, and an officer spends an average of 4 hours to arrest, transport and book each case. When a suspect is involved in a drug stop, the law enforcement officer executing the stop will advise the suspect of the program and eligibility. The officer will contact OG's office to ensure that the stop is lawful and ensure that the suspect qualifies. Eligible suspects will then sign an acknowledgement form and agree to take a cognitive decision-making class within 90 days. Provided that the suspect completes the 4-hour course, he or she will walk away from the incident with no criminal record. Crime labs will not be required to test any evidence seized, which will be destroyed upon completion of the course. The diversion program has the full support of Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner and Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo, as well as many state lawmakers. They recognize that law enforcement should focus their efforts on crimes such as burglary and violence. Read more. Forget casinos, Native American tribe is opening the nation's first marijuana resort. We don't want people to go through an arrest, and all that entails, over simple possession of marijuana, said Assistant District Attorney David Mitchum. We don't want the cops spending the hours it takes to book somebody into jail while the burglars conduct their business because there's no cop on the beat. We're really encouraged by these swift actions by the district attorney, said Ryan Sullivan on behalf of the sheriff's office. And we are looking forward to working with Harris County's criminal justice leadership identifying common sense solutions to our broken criminal justice system. But there are still plenty of prohibitionists who have no interest in logic and believe cannabis users should have their life ruined. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick played on the sanctuary city buzzword to voice his displeasure. Image, http://pixel.watch/QT7. The Lieutenant Governor has said repeatedly regarding sanctuary cities that he does not believe that law enforcement has the discretion to choose what laws to enforce and what laws to ignore, said Alejandro Garcia, Patrick's press secretary. That is his position regarding DOG's proposal. Montgomery County District Attorney Brett Ligon channeled reefer madness before even hearing the details of the diversion program. Unlike Harris County, Montgomery County will not become a sanctuary for dope smokers, said Ligon in a press release. I swore an oath to follow the law, all the laws, as written by the Texas legislature. I don't get to pick and choose which laws I enforce. Read more. Hidden cam catches thug cops teasing handicap woman, eating weed during raid on pot shop. Of course, he is wrong about this, as district attorneys do have the discretion to carry out initiatives such as the misdemeanor marijuana diversion program. Pre-charge diversion is a lawful exercise of our discretion as district attorneys, OG told Houston Matters. And those decisions are made every single day in prosecutors' offices all over the state and the United States. Even in Texas, prohibitionists are a waning breed. A recent poll found that fewer than 1 in 5 people are against legalization in any form. Support for legalization has increased, with 83% of Texans support legalizing marijuana for some use, 53% would go beyond legal medical marijuana to allow possession for any use. A bill is pending in the Texas House to decriminalize possessions of 1 ounce or less of cannabis. The SMART program being implemented in Houston and Harris County will show that decriminalization will not bring madness and chaos, but instead will save government millions of dollars and allow cops to focus on real crime. R.